Yeah, so is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah. So this is a AWS training overview. Okay, so and before starting, okay, let me introduce myself. Okay, so I am an IT consultant. Okay, I am a cloud security engineer. Okay, working in one of the MNC. I have totally 14 plus year of experience and 5 plus you can say in the cloud domain. Okay, I work on many projects like SAML integration, third party, and I am a certified professional, specialist and associate. Okay, yeah, so I done this like on 2021, professional certified, and yeah, so here we are going to prepare for the exam. Okay, so before that, so we will start. Okay, so before learning AWS, so can anyone tell me like what do you mean by cloud? Like we are going to learn AWS, which is a cloud, right? So what do you mean by cloud?
Okay, cloud is basically a group of computers which is virtually hosted.
Mhm.
And In cloud, like we can easily upscale and downscale the configuration as per our requirement.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, Jason, any other point you want to add?
No, sir, no. Same.
Okay, Srutika?
Yes, sir. Cloud. We can host anything on that. We can use any like
Yeah,
this.
that's good. Yeah. So yeah, all you are mentioning all things good. So let me start also. So the cloud means you can say a remote network of remote server. Okay, that are accessed over the internet. Okay, it means that from internet we can access the servers. Okay, and that is managed by the AWS. Means AWS is a cloud service provider. Means they are providing the service over the internet. Okay, so service means like you can host your machine. Okay, you can store your data. You can manage and process your data. Okay, so now the question is why the companies are moving to the cloud. So can anybody tell me like why the companies are moving to the cloud? The
It
main
is
reason
easy
for that?
to
Yeah,
access from anywhere.
correct. That is the one reason. Any other? Yeah. So what you tell na, that is the flexibility. Flexibility means it can be accessed from anywhere, but it requires the internet connection. Okay, without internet, you are not able to access the public cloud. Okay, so that is one of the things. Okay, I think Snehal. Snehal is joined, right? Is there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. We just started. So
Yes.
nowadays you are seeing news, right? Google, Microsoft, Amazon, many companies are doing the layoffs, right?
Yes.
So what is the reason? What do you think? Like, what is the reason they are doing the layoff?
Mm, I'm hungry about knowledge, sir. So I want to learn much more than the installation and all.
No, no, that is good. But my question is, why company are doing the layoff? Can anybody tell me like why companies are doing the layoffs in US and other countries? Okay, Srutika, can you tell me like why companies are doing layoff?
Maybe because of this recession.
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah. So what is happening? I will tell you. In COVID time, right? So COVID time, work from home started, right? And due to work from home, they have taken many people, many resources. Okay, due to the demand in that time, now the demand got decreased, and now artificial intelligence, cloud computing, okay, security, and all many new technologies have came up. Okay, so now the resources which was required earlier is less than now. Okay, earlier it was required many people, many resources to do the task. Now we have DevOps, okay, automation, cloud computing, cloud security, many things came up. Artificial intelligence, right? So due to coming up these new technologies and other people, so now we don't require many people to work. Okay, one people can do the 5 or 10 people work, right? Now, so companies are not required that such much of people. So what are they? Companies are doing? Na? They have annual target, right? They have some budget target. So if they are not able to reach that target, then what they will do? So they have the other solution is to do some layoff. So if they do some cross cutting or layoff, then they can meet their target. They can save their some financial cost in the budget, right? So now the main thing is who are the people will be in danger situation, you can difficult situation. The people who is not enhancing their knowledge, who is not in the right technology like cloud computing, DevOps, okay, automation, Terraform, Kubernetes, okay, Docker. So many new technologies are there, and if they're not going to learn, then what will happen? the company will lay off you also soon. Okay, if you are not going to increase your knowledge, keep learning, then in 1 or 2 year or 3 year, I'm not sure when this will happen, but it will happen if you're not going to increase or enhance your knowledge, right? So that's the reason we should start keep learning. Okay, AWS is the good option because all the things are moving to the cloud. Okay, next 4 to 5 year, what will happen? All the things, all the on-premises server will move to the cloud. So if they move to the cloud, then definitely they need the people who have the knowledge to maintain that the servers and processes, microservices, all things will run in the cloud, right? So they need the people. So before that, we should be ready. Okay, we should acquire the knowledge so that we will be in the safe situation. Okay, and there will be no the people who have the knowledge. They will definitely not in a difficult situation because if a knowledge, suppose if very bad thing happen in any company also, you will get the different another job very soon because you have the knowledge and the skills, right? So that is the reason. Okay, now let me share my screen. Yeah, so we will prepare for this exam, right? Solution Architect CA03. Okay, now Nilesh, you there, right?
Yes, yes,
Nilesh?
sir. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
So what do you mean by solution architect? Because we are going to prepare for this exam. Now,
Mhm.
what do you mean by solution architect?
Solution architect is like role in the IT sector who will be taking care of overall architecture of the network environment and all. Like if there is any change which is required, in that case, like solution architect will analyze all the requirements and based on the requirement, he will start implementing or migrating those new technologies.
So, Sulitika, can you tell me anything you know about this? What is solution architect?
No, sir, I don't have that much.
Okay, no problem. Let me start here. So, solution architect, you can say, is a IT guy or IT professional. Okay, so the main thing is they are responsible for designing and implementing the solution. Okay, that is are going to align with the overall business goals. Okay, and objective of the organization. Okay, you suppose if you're working in any MNC, okay, they want to migrate their service from on premises to cloud. Okay, so in that scenario, what will happen? You have to design your solution, right? You have to design and implement your solution in the cloud. So for that, what you will do? You have to gather the details, right? What are the things you want to migrate from on premises to the cloud? Like what are the services you want? Okay. So like many things it will there, like how the access will be there, how the user is going to access the environment in the cloud. Okay, what will be the cost? What how to design the security features, right? So many things are there. So if you are going to prepare means you are going to start with architect. Na? Means you architect means in architect you know right in our any building is made right. Anything is made. So architect is required. Architect design the map right. How the building will be right. 2 floor, 3 floor designing architect blueprint like that. The same thing in like cloud also. The architect will design, implement security, cost, okay, cost benefit, and many things are there. So if you're going to prepare for this exam, then you should have a depth knowledge of the AWS. Okay, some of the services like EC2, EC2, VPC, S3, okay, cloud formation. Okay, so we'll cover all the things. Okay, we'll cover many services. Okay, so this is the compute service like EC2, Beanstalk, ECS, EKS. Okay, so we'll cover all the things. Now, anybody can you tell me like what do you mean by compute? Compute cloud? Anyone? Yeah, so the cloud means the providing the services over the internet, right? So cloud computing is like a same thing. Is a you're providing the infra as a service. Infra as a service means like you can create your virtual machine in the over the internet. Okay, using the AWS. Okay, so that is called a cloud computing. Means it access or you can say enable the customer to access and virtualize the computing resources on demand. Means on demand you can create a machine over the internet. Okay, using the AWS. Okay, so that is called a cloud computing. Okay. So in computing part, like these are the services like Beanstalk, EC2, Fargate, Lambda. So the exam will more focus on EC2. This is the main core component. Okay. If you know EC2 very well, then you know many things. Means many company mainly work on this EC2. Okay. Like they are creating the virtual machine, they are starting their machine, they can host their application, okay, running their application, many things they are doing. So we'll start with compute. Then there is a security. So in security, this is the main thing, like you can say identity and access management. Okay, so identity and access management means like how the user will get the access, what are the access they will get in the cloud, what are the resources they can create. Okay, how to we suppose Nilesh wants to access EC2, so we should give the access to the EC2 only, not to the other resources, right? So all things are managed from here. IAM. Okay, rest other things we'll also cover, like guard duties for security, okay, like these are three detection services, secrets manager. Okay, so secrets manager means secret manager means like suppose I will give you username and password. So right now what you are doing here, many people are doing saving the password in the notepad, right? So that is not good. So for that purpose, AWS has created one service called as secrets manager. Okay, where you can save your username, the password, and it is very secure. Okay. Shield is there, single sign-on is there, WAF is there. So all the services will cover. Okay, but we will go deeply in this IAM part. Okay, this is the storage. Okay, so like EBS, EFS, S3. Okay, so Nilesh, can you tell me about like storage, like anything we are using in our daily life, storage part, the cloud?
There are different technologies in storage like SAN, NAS,
Mhm.
and many more. But mostly I
Okay.
know only these two technologies.
Yeah, but one thing that we are using very frequently, many people are using,
Uh-huh.
from very long we are using that. Okay, like Google Drive, right?
Yeah,
Microsoft
Google.
Drive. Yeah, Microsoft Drive, Google Drive. Okay, so that are the these are the storage solution, but they that are in the internet, right? From internet you can access, you can save your file, right?
Correct.
So same thing is S3, simple storage service. Okay, so in this what is happening? You can save an unlimited size file. Okay, like till 5 TB of one file you can save in S3. Okay, so this is the storage service that is provided by the AWS. Okay, and we have another also. We will cover all this. Okay, the networking. Okay, networking part we will cover mainly this one. Okay, this core of the AWS VPC, virtual private network. Okay, so we'll cover all the services like Route 53 is a domain service where you can create your website. Okay, you can launch and host your website. Okay, direct connect, CloudFront. Okay, all the services we covered. Okay, this is the management and the governance. Management and governance means like suppose you have multiple account in your company. So how you will manage their bill? How you will manage their security? Right? How you will manage the access? Right? How you will manage the logs? This all things will be covered in this manage and governance part. We will cover this. The database will cover like RDS, the core relation database services. Okay, and after that we'll see the integration also. Simple notification service, simple queue service. All things we will cover. Okay, now what's the benefit you will get to do this certification? Okay, so if you're going to do certificate, then it will provide you the knowledge in the career in the cloud computing part, cloud part, and this training will prepare you for the exam. So once you prepare for the exam and if you given this exam, if you put in your resume, then it will help you to shortlist in the exam. Means if you clear the exam, it will help the company to shortlist you first. Okay, then they think that the company will think that this guy has done the certification, so definitely he has some knowledge. So they will further take the interview process and all that thing. But if you have the knowledge, but you have not done the certification, then what will happen? Means I am not sure that what you have done, right? If you not done certification, then the company will not shortlist your resume. Okay, like, it will help the company to shortlist the resume. And other thing, it is help you to move in the DevOps and the cloud computing part. So this is the benefit you will get, right? So this is the importance of the technology. Okay, so we'll skip this. Okay, now what is the advantage of the cloud computing? So the advantage I already tell you, right? Right, easy accessibility. Okay, flexibility. You can access from the internet. The other thing is low cost. Okay, because now the earlier what happened? The servers are in the on premises. Okay, and if I going to is server, if I going to manage the server, then we need a people to manage the server in the premises, and we have to manage the security bill and all the things. Now all the maintenance part and all the things will be maintained by the AWS. And what will happen? The cost will be decreased. We should not take the overhead of the maintenance of servers and all the things. Easy accessibility, data security. So data security also, many of the parts of the AWS services of the data security is taken care by AWS. So we also need not be worry about this one. Okay. We will get unlimited storage capacity. Okay. So these are the advantage. And what are the disadvantage? We will get that AWS and any cloud, it will not work until there is no internet connected. Okay. Limited control. Okay, because AWS is going to manage the server, then we will not have all the controls, right, of the server. They have the control of the server. We are just hosting our services or application in the cloud, right? So we have a limited control. Okay, security is also one of the concern. Like what are the security measures they are doing in their environment, right? So that all are the disadvantage of the public cloud. Okay. Okay. So now this is the history. Okay. So Nilesh, so now why you want to do AWS? Now why you not moving to Azure? So this is my question with you. Anything, any idea about this?
Actually, as per the current situation, like Linux plus AWS is the best combination for DevOps to start career in DevOps. So if my if I'm working on Windows platform, then I would probably go for Azure. But I'm working on Linux, so that's why I've chosen Linux. Sorry, AWS.
Okay, no problem. I will tell you. Like AWS, na, they started in 2002. Okay, but for their own purpose only. Okay, they created some services and they are using for their own purpose only. Okay, but in 2006, what they did, they started some more services. Okay, like EC2, SQS, and other services. Few services only, and they provided these services to the customer. Okay, this public service you can say. So after then, it gradually increases. Okay, it gradually increases and expand their services. Now we have more than 200 plus services in AWS. Okay, so and a major customer you can say like Netflix. Okay, Netflix is using AWS. They are being okay, Adobe. Okay, and many other customers are there like NASA. Okay, all other customers. Okay, they are using the AWS. Okay, why they are using AWS? Because of the scalability. Scalability means on demand your service can scale up and go down. Okay, the cost, maintenance, security, and all the things. So all things are managed by AWS now. So Netflix, like in parallel, you can see many streaming devices are running. Right, they are using. So how they are scale up and down, all things are maintained in the AWS. Okay, and they continuously improving. Their every year they are adding some services, adding new features on the services. Okay, so continuously increasing, innovating, and growing. Okay, now in the Azure part, Azure started in 2010. Okay, and it is Azure is also continuously increasing its services, 100% services. Okay, but the customer base, user base is more in AWS as compared to the Azure. But what Nilesh said, na, that if you want to work on Microsoft products or you want to work on migration of the Microsoft product, enterprise product like O365, Outlook, and all these things, okay, then Azure is a good service to go ahead because you are using the native service of Microsoft and Azure is the native of Microsoft. So they will provide some, you can say, low cost services, some subscription, okay, the features, many things they will provide. So in this scenario, the Azure is good. But if you want to go with the larger customer and opportunities, you can say, and more services, then you have to go with the web services. Okay, now this Google also came up in 2011. Google Cloud Platform also started. Okay, and it is also gradually improving, but it is very less number of services as of 60 plus services only. When I was prepare this PPT 1 year ago, right? So now they are continuously increasing. But if you go with the user base, customer base, and all things, so Amazon is the leading cloud provider. So we should learn the services, or you can say the tool or technology which is in high demand, which have high user base, which is good career growth, right? So that's the reason we should choose AWS. But if your company working on Microsoft related product migration, then you should learn Azure. So this is the main reason. Okay, and okay, now related with the job opportunities, right? So right now, no, after COVID, so all people are working from home and on premises and all things are completely they are removing. Okay, and they're migrating to the cloud. So after due to that, right, many opportunities are coming up. Okay, and they need the people with the minimal experience in AWS also will be fine, but they need some knowledge, some skill in the AWS part. Okay, and this solution exchange will provide you some technical expertise. Okay, the platform, the AWS. Okay, so this is a skill. Okay, only can develop. Then you do some labs also. Labs means if you learn the knowledge, but if you not develop or work on your the lab, okay, not practice it, then it is not going to help you, right? So you have to, when you're going to prepare for this, then you have to work hard. Okay, you have to do some labs. So we'll cover both. Okay, we'll cover the labs plus some notes on the knowledge also, right? Okay, so this is the job opportunity part. So now one question like how long the particular technology in the market. Okay, so I already tell you, right? In 2006 it started, it's continuously increasing. Okay? Now the one question is like, what is the future of technology? Suppose you want to learn anything. Okay, so what is the future in 5 to 10 years? So future is very good. Okay, in AWS or any cloud computing. Okay, because there will be no on premises. All things will be moved to the cloud. So definitely many companies are still there which is using on premises. So they are still planning to migrate. Okay, so the opportunity is very high. Okay, and you can say demand is increasing. The demand is increasing, then opportunity, job, career, salary, all things will going to increase. Okay, and yeah, you can say like if you going to move into the cloud market, that definitely you will learn many things, and top of that you can do some DevOps also, so that will help you to enhance your career, right? So this is the technology, but you should keep learning. Suppose I do AWS, and you should not remain idle and should not stop learning. Okay, after AWS, you have to prepare for the professional exam. Okay, if you've done professional, then you have to prepare for some specialist exam, right? So you have to keep learning so that you are also in the demand and your salary should increase. Okay, so this is the you can say the Canalys report. Okay, so what is Canalys? Canalys is like a company who take the you can say the survey and all the reports, generate the reports how much the cloud providers have earned on the company. Right, so you can see in quarter third of the 2021, AWS have 32% market share in the public cloud. After them, Azure is there, right, 21%. Others is there 39%. Google Cloud is there in the 8%. So here you can see like AWS is still leading, and on back of the Azure is keep up. Okay, so Azure is now giving competition, little bit competition you can say, but they are both are working very hard. I mean, this both companies are enhancing, increasing the services. Right? So this is the market trend of the quarter 2021, but it's old. Okay, 2020. So after 2 years, I need to check like what is the this percentage. Okay, but definitely AWS will be leading. So this is the okay. So before that, okay, like before I continue, na, anyone have any question, anything,
Hello,
anything
sir.
you want to ask? Yeah.
Uh, my friends and my senior colleagues, I have heard from them that for AWS and DevOps, the company will not hire you as a fresher. So, what about us? We are in because I am in third year now.
Mhm.
So, what is the job opportunity for me?
Yeah. So if you think like na that if you are a fresher, they will not take you, then that is a gone. It is a wrong assumption. Okay, because if you have the knowledge, na, I am also in my company taking the interviews. Okay, so what I am checking how the things are working. I will tell you. Like first thing is the shortlist of the resume. So in the resume, the main thing is the certification part. I will check what are the certification these candidates have done. Second thing, so the shortlist needs to be done first thing. So best the certification we will check. Okay, the second thing in the interview we will ask like suppose you are college grad, so definitely you work on some project, right? So I will ask about the which project you won, what are the tasks you done. Okay. And, suppose related with the cloud is very good. If you not done any project, then definitely also we'll ask a question on the technology that you work. After then, I will ask like why did you do the certification? So I am checking that how the candidate is good in the technology. Okay, so because many people what they are doing, they are just going through the dump. Okay, and they are passing the exam. So that is not the correct way because you can pass the exam, but if you cannot pass the interview, right? So you have to be honestly go through the course. You have to honestly do the labs, and you have to keep learning. Okay, And so I will ask some basic question, like no fresher, they will ask some basic question, like how you are like how this EC2 is working, how VPC is working. Some scenario I will ask how you are answering the question. Okay, so suppose I shortlisted like 10 resumes. So I will take only 2 or 3 resumes. I will shortlist only 2 candidates or go to the company or work for the company. Rest 7 will be not selected. Why they are not selected? Because they don't have the depth knowledge of the AWS, right? So this is like, okay, so the fresher, you say no, that fresher will not work. That is wrong. You have the skill and knowledge, you can crack any interview, right? So the certification is very mandatory. Okay, only then you will select for the interview process. First thing is that. Second is the depth knowledge of the AWS services. Okay. Third is the project. If you are currently studying in the project, then I will ask you to work what you are learning. Do the project on the same technology. Okay, because if you are work on project, you can answer in the interview like this. I work on this project. I have used this AWS services. I created this. So it will and means the interviewer or panelist will definitely take you. It's not like that he will not get the job, right? But suppose other way I will say, like suppose you got interview, okay, and you are not selected, okay, then you should not give up. Okay, you will keep trying that, and you have to make a list of the questions what I have asked. Okay, then in the second interview, if you give now, so suppose I ask 20 questions, so the second interviewer will ask some question. Out of that, 5 to 10% question definitely will match, right? So again, you have to give a third interview, then 50% will match, right? The fourth or fifth interview will crack. Okay, so this is how is the interview process and the job selection is working. Okay, so when I was fresher, I will tell you, I given like more than 20 plus interviews. Then in the 21st interview, my jobs, I am able to crack them, but I never give up, right? So you should not think like that. The fresher is not able to take the job in the AWS or DevOps. Only your knowledge and what you have done can crack the interview. Okay, if you have the experience, don't have the knowledge also, I will not take you, right? So all things matter your skill and knowledge, right? Fresher experience don't matter here. Okay, anyone have any other question?
But they said
Yeah.
MNC is not taking for fresher. Is that right?
No, no, it's not correct. Okay, so one of the MNC, right, like Cognizant, Infosys, Wipro, all things, they have started one learn as a go. You can say like you have to give the aptitude exam. Okay, some more exams are there. If you selected, you will get some 15 to 18,000, and you have to do the training and the certification what Infosys or Wipro is providing. And once you done all the certification, they will place you in some projects. Okay, but they have some bond like 2 to 3 years, I think. So that are the other plans. Okay, you can search in the portal. Take Mahindra is also providing. So many MNCs are there. Okay, don't worry on that. But thing is that only they will select you. Only you some done certification. Only then the chances are high. If you're not done anything, you just pass out. Then definitely every year lakhs of candidates are passing out from the exam, right? So how the first thing is you reach the interview process. Then only the other process will start, right? So don't
Okay.
worry on that fresher. Okay, I also started with a fresher. Okay, I don't started with experience. Right? Everybody started with a fresher. Correct. So initial part of your career, it will be little difficult. Okay, you will think that I pass out, I did engineering, but I'm not getting any job. So don't worry on that part. Okay? It's a part of the life. Okay? If you're going to start anything new, you have to work hard. Okay, 1 2 year it will be hard, but definitely between 1 year you will get if you prepare well. Okay. Okay. Anyone? Any other question? Yes, Ritika, Anurag. I think Anurag and Twinkle also, right? Twinkle, Anurag. Anyone? Okay. So let me proceed. You don't have any question. Okay. Now, what is this exam? So this is the exam like $150. Okay, associate exam $150, and they have like 65 questions. Okay, 60 to 70 question. Okay, and they are $150 USD. Okay, you can book the online exam. That I will teach you. Like I will guide you how to book the exam. Okay, and it's like a Pearson view. They have the training exam centers in many places in Pune also, in many other places where you are living. Right, so you can go through that and you can book the exam. So, but only you have to book. Only you have the knowledge. Okay, so for that, what you have to do? You have to work hard. You have to do lab practice and many things you have to do. and you have to do some practice set. Okay, so once you give the practice set and all the things, then you can pass the exam. Okay? So this is the thing. Okay, and okay, let me share my screen. Okay, I will show you the console. So anyone work on AWS? Any logged in or anything? Anything?
No.
Okay, will guide you how to register. Okay, how to sign up for the AWS. So this is the console of the AWS. Okay? So if you click on services, now you can list of the services, right? These are the list of the services. You can see vast number of services here. Okay, but the exam is more focused on 5 to 6 services. Okay, like these services are very important, like computing part, storage part, governance part, security part. Okay, budget means billing part. This is a networking part, VPC. Okay, so these 5 to 6 services will focus more. Okay, why will focus more? Because all the other services are based on this. Okay, if you know the basic of all the main core component of the services, then you can learn and you can work on other services. Okay, so these are the main services. Okay, and this is the service, right? EC2, like EC2 is the Elastic Compute Cloud. Here, what we can do, we can launch our virtual machine over the cloud, right? We can see, like this is the region, okay, that Oregon region. So, what is
Sir,
this region? Yeah,
hello. Sorry
yeah,
to
yeah.
disturb.
No problem.
Anurag is saying something on chat box.
Oh, Anurag. Oh, okay. Your mic is not possible. I want to ask if someone is not from technical field or is from another one cell, this will affect on this interview or this job. What's your thought on this? Okay. Yeah, yeah. So it's not matter. Okay, if you are from any field. Okay, like many people are doing an IT job. They are from technical background. Okay, okay. Many are from some other background also, but they switched their career from some other background to different background. Okay, so many people are there. Don't worry on that. Okay, so it's never too late. Okay, to start anything. And, don't think only the knowledge and skill. Okay, we are not at the time of shortlisting. Definitely, it's matter. But BSc IT, BCA IT, BSc also people are working on IT, and many I have many colleagues and all things. They have not done engineering also. They are from different background, but they are working in IT companies and very good technology, and they have the good knowledge. Okay, so don't worry on that part. Want to see. So this is the main service, right? EC2. EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, what this will do? From here, na, you can launch the machine, virtual machine over the internet. Like suppose I will click on service, like suppose demo server. Okay, let me create one virtual machine. Okay, so I will create a Windows server. Okay, how I will create? So we'll go to the EC2, then we'll go to the Windows, and then you have to select the services. So when you're going to register or sign up for the AWS, you will get the free tier. Okay, means 1 year you will get the free access. Okay, for some of the services, means the charge will not be. Okay, but for the some of the server, not all. You can see these are the free tier, but some of the services are not free. If I'm going to launch this, then cost will incur. Okay, in my account. Okay, so we'll use the free tier, like 2022 days. Okay, and this is the T2 macro. T2 macro means what is this? It's an instance type which is providing the one virtual CPU, 1 GB. So it is a very basic configuration of the operating system, right? The key pair. What is key pair? So we will go in depth of that, right? Key pair is like a username and the password, which we'll use to log into the server. Okay, like suppose not so we can create a one key pair like then this is the BPC. So which BPC you want to launch? Okay, so I will go through all the settings like which BPC and all the things. Default, I took this enable BP group. Okay, RDP here. We can launch the instance. So we will go through all of these things. Okay, so how I will study or I will teach. Okay, so we will start with a basic concept. Okay, we'll go to the architecture diagram or anything, how these things are working. Then we'll immediately go to the lab. The lab means we will log into the console. We launch the services. Okay, we will test each of the scenario. Okay, then we will see anything related with the exam perspective. Like in the exams, what are the things they are asking? We will try to understand the concept. Like suppose what is EC2, what are the services, what are the scenario it may be, right? So many things it will there. So slowly we will proceed. We will start with the basic, then we'll advance, slowly move from intermediate to advanced. Okay, so anyone have anything? Question? Anything? Can ask me. Don't worry on anything. Okay. Any question?
Sir,
Rohan?
as you said
Yeah,
that for this examination we have to pay 150 US dollars
correct.
for certification.
Yeah,
So $150 means it's like near about 12,000 in Indian rupees. So
no,
that we'll have to
not 12.
we have to pay.
It's more than 12. So I think
Yeah.
dollar to rupees is 80 or 82, right? So 100 means 8,000, right?
Yeah.
And 8,000 plus 4, yeah, approximately more than 12, you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So what's your question?
So we have to pay that
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
definitely.
for that certification.
Correct. Yeah. So, but now I will tell you, one thing. If you're working in
Huh.
MNC like TCS, Infosys, or any company, or any company, what
Mhm.
they are doing is, if you pass, they will reimburse that amount. If you are working, okay. If you are not working, then you have to pay by from your pocket. But don't worry on the fees. Okay. The I will tell you how the thing will work. Okay. So if you think, okay, now I will tell you, right? $150. Okay. If you want to go for example, approx 12 to 13,000 rupees, right? In rupees, correct? So if you invest this amount, like $150 in for yourself, right? Then see the difference. Like 150, you even this you pass. Okay, if you are not working anywhere in MNC, that this will not reimburse. So definitely you have to pay from your pocket. But don't think about this amount. Now, what you will get from this? So the first thing is you will able to get the interviews. You will get some knowledge. Okay, okay, you will get good hike in yourself. Suppose, as example, if you are a fresher or anything, your salary will be, let's suppose, 4 to 6 approx. I think fresher is in this range, right? 4 to 6. Suppose, and you switch your job, okay? Or you want to change your profile, okay? Or change profile, okay? So now for AWS, 1 year, 2 year of fresher, they are learning, have been earning more than 6 to 10. Okay? You will get 6 to 10 package. So he invested like $150, 1,200, but you will get suppose 8 package. Okay, suppose you have 4 lakh package. Now you will get after learning AWS, you will get 8 lakh. Right? So your $150, if 1 month salary you will get, right? 1 month salary will get more than 150, right? So it's a long run, right? Every month you will get double of the salary what you are getting, right? So definitely it will help you, right? So if you think like if not going to invest anything in learning anything, then definitely will not grow. You will remain in 4 to 6, 7. So many I have my some old colleagues, okay, some other companies, what they are like 10, 15 years, they are in some courses before. They are remaining in the company, they are not learning anything. They are not learning. Okay, they are just what they are doing, they are doing. So their salary is very less, like 10, 15 years also, they are getting like 14, you can say 14, 15 lakhs, right? But the people who move to DevOps or the cloud and they have 10 years of experience, their package is more than 30 lakhs. Right? So see the difference here, right? We want to grow, you have to invest. That is the main funda. You have to sacrifice many things. You have to work hard. Money and all things is just a matter of if you got good job salary, that will be matter. So don't worry on that part. Like if I invest and you will get a very compound interest, you can say. Okay, not only the return what you invested, you will get a compound interest and your salary, your designation, okay, all things will be increased, right? But if you want to remain in the same thing, you want to invest anything, then you will be in the same package for that. But the people who invested their time and money, they will definitely jump. They will give 100% hike, 200% hike, right? So don't worry on this part. Okay, $150. This is the fees they are taking. But the main thing is how you are putting your effort. Okay, if you are not going through the dumps only, you honestly prepared, then this dollar is not a big thing for you to get your achieve your dream, right? So don't worry on that part. Okay. Anyone have any other question? Okay, so you can see, right, we have launched one EC2 instance. EC2 means a virtual machine that we have created, right? And when you click there, you will get the detail like which machine and all that. Suppose I want to connect this. How you will connect? You have to download through the RDP. Okay, RDP is a remote desktop protocol. Means it is a protocol which we use to connect to the virtual machine, right? So we'll cover all the things. Let me check. Okay, I can connect or not. We'll click on this. So when you click, so it will ask for the username and the password. Okay, so now it's asking the password. Okay, so let me stop sharing 1 minute. Yeah, so when we launched, we have downloaded one password file, right? So I open that file. See like this one, right? What we have to do? We have to copy this and you have to click on the get the password. We can paste that content in the encrypted format. Okay, for security purpose, so we have to decrypt that. Okay, when we decrypt, you will get this password. You click on this, you put the password here, and click on OK. Once it click OK, then what will remove the remote connection with the virtual machine that I created. Okay, so this is the EC2 basic, like how you can configure the machine, what are the configuration you can take. Okay, and you can launch your virtual machine here. So this is the core, you can say, the service that AWS started, like in 2006 when they started their public offering in the cloud, in the internet. Okay, they started with EC2 service. Okay, means they are providing the virtual machine over the internet. Okay, earlier we have VMware. Okay, VMware where our operating system is there. In top of that, we install VMware. In VMware, you can create a virtual machine. Okay, so they are using hypervisor. Okay, to all the things. Now after that, the AWS emerged. Okay, now many other things have come up. Okay, so this is the I launched one virtual machine. You can see, right, the virtual machine that I used AWS to create. Okay, so anyone have any other question, or shall we good to close this? So Ritika, you good, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, na? So any doubt, anything, any question, anything, nothing, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Ishnehal, Anurag, Nilesh,
No, sir.
no, no? Okay. Jason?
No, sir. Nothing at the
No, sir.
moment.
Okay. Okay, then I think we are good to close. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you all. And keep learning. Okay. Don't waste your time. Time is money. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great day.